Hey, and welcome to my first winter camping trip. So, I just wanted to test out the gear that I did have and see what worked and didn't work. So, we're on the way to meet Mitch up in northern Michigan, and we're going to try and find us a camp spot. So, stay tuned, and I guess we'll see, won't we? And we met up with Mitch at the general store, and now we're heading down to see if we could find some trails. And like a bad video maker, I forgot to take pictures. So here's us airing down, and Mitch just starting on the trail after we aired down and didn't make it very long. You can kind of see here that Mitch right there was digging out to a tree to winch out, and I'm winching my cable back after it just did not help. It just kept pulling him right into the side. And after that, yeah, you could see I sunk down pretty bad. This is us kind of pondering our life decisions here. So there's there was a lot of snow out there, a lot more than we were all expecting, and me and him were not even a quarter mile into this trail. So at this point, we're both stuck, and we were just trying to turn around and get the heck out of there. You could tell the snow at least 33 inches deep, and it sucked. It took us hours to get out. So we finally got out, found a place to camp, and there's the tent. This is a two-person Nemo Dagger, and it is not a winter tent, I don't think. The thing is 90% mesh, and the rain cover, it definitely helps block some of the wind, but I couldn't properly stake it down anywhere.
Well, 1:30 in the morning, and I'm searching up error codes because I've got an oil pump fault. Whole thing shut off, and I'm not gonna lie, I just waited till it shut off and turned it back on. It's working. $61. The wind is so bad that I actually had to make a wind barrier because 90% of this tent is mesh. This is a good test for the diesel heater. I'm not upset. It's colder than I would typically ever be out. That's like a one-sided blanket, like work pad to work under like a car. Got it for free. It's very good at blocking the wind. Have the rain fly all the way down, but in the snow it's hard to spike all that down. So things I'm learning, which isn't bad, but getting to camp, setting it all up. Let me move my pillow here. I got a small blanket underneath just to line the bottom. I have the Big Agnes Rapide, that's like 4.5R. Big Agnes Echo Park. Water, power bank, luggage cube, pillow, and then I have my coat, and that's just kind of helping line the back. I haven't really needed it too much, but yeah, so hopefully the heater stays on for longer this time, and I'll see you in the actual morning.
We got up in the morning, and I pretty much just packed up. I had spent almost all night freezing. I could not get my core body temp back after the day. Being 60 at the top of the tent, it was not that towards the bottom. So we got up in the morning, decided to go look for some more trails, and you can kind of see how that went. It was just, we found some that were plowed, not well enough. We were already aired back up just to, look for like plowed
There we go.
trails.
That should be good.
It didn't work. So, I mean, all in all, the trip was really good. I really thought it was an enlightening trip. I'm glad that the wife and kid didn't go because at the end of the day, it was a test run with the current summer equipment to see where I needed to improve. I wasn't in any real danger of, freezing to death or anything. And of course, after the day of winching and pulling out. Our legs were frozen to the knees. Pants were frozen solid. Shoes were solid. It was single digits that whole time we were out there. So all in all, it was kind of a good test day just to test the equipment. Everything we had worked well. Got us out of there. If we didn't have winches, we would still be there. So it was a really good day for that. And it's and like some of the other, overland influencers I've watched, they've made mention of this as it being like second rate fun. It's like first rate fun, you're having fun there. Second rate fun, you have fun looking back on it. And it's definitely the second rate fun. By the time we got to camp, our shoes were basically in the fire trying to thaw our toes out. And yeah, it was fun looking back on it. We made it out. The truck survived. Nothing broke, and it was a good experience overall. It was just more of me testing out this camp equipment, the diesel heater setup, and making sure that it would work for our family. And it really came down to like, yeah, we're gonna need to make some improvements for cold weather camping. Um, I don't know that I'll be out in single digit temps until I can get this better organized and better kept. This was kind of like I said, just a crash course run just with the equipment I had. I have a 0 degree bag, but maybe the pad isn't the best. Maybe the tent isn't the best. So yeah, I know. And no harm, no foul. Everything went well. I had a blast. Mitch was great, of course, and I'm looking forward to it. So my next steps now are looking into a more of a 30 to 4 season tent that can hold all three of us comfortably with a couple pieces of gear that has a diesel heater port. Obviously the main brands like Gazelle, Shift Pod, and some of the others come to mind, as well as other rooftop tents like 23 Roof Nest, OVS, etc. And while I would love to get the new 23 I think it's like the Armadillo, that's just, that's 5 grand and we just don't have that. So I might be looking at something closer to the $1,000 and under range for a tent. Um, and part of the other difficult thing is like I don't want to have 5 tents for every expedition that or adventure that we go on, right? Like ideally you'd want a tent that can do it all. And I'm looking more towards these pop-up tents like Gazelle hub style, just for the quick setup. That's really important when we're only staying one night. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to find something in that category that's going to be good for summer, good for winter, and a decent price that has a diesel heater port. And the one thing I don't like about Gazelles is I think the quality control is to be desired, and the entry to the door is horrible. And they just released a T5 backcountry, I think it is. And that's exactly what I've been looking for, but it's close to $1,000. So I have a lot of looking to do to try to find something that's going to work. And yeah, I mean, I I'm kind of it's a give and take because while I love my Nemo Dagger, it's great for summer. It's a great two person. Now that our son is two, he's taking up that much more space, and we just can't sleep in a two person together like that anymore. He's gonna be on top of both of us, literally. So two person's gonna stay as the summer solo trip tent. It's absolutely amazing for that. Super light, like 2.5 pounds, and I could throw that in a backpack or anywhere. And so That'll be the solo tent, or the duo tent if it's just me and her. And then now I need to look into finding things for a daily take down and put up tent for the overlanding space. Um, like I said, while a rooftop tent would be nice, just not in the price point right now. And we're not going to stop doing it just because we can't afford it. So we're going to find something that's going to work for us. And as much as a big planner I am and researcher, I'm going to find something that's going to work for us in all seasons. Like I would rather cook in the summer and still be very insulated in the winter than be have proper ventilation and great ventilation in the summer and not have anti any insulation for the winter. So the T5 Gazelle that they just came out with, the backcountry, looks really good for that. It's got plenty. It's got like a like plastic you can Velcro up on the windows to help with insulation, like to block out air, and then you can pull that out and switch it for mesh in the summer. So it's got like dual modes. It's pop up. The only give on that is it's big, it's bulky, it's probably going on the roof rack. But at this point, I kind of have to hit reality and know that like I'm not everything that I want isn't gonna just be there, right? So like I have to make some compromises, and space was one that I really was trying to save on. But at this point, I just want something that's going to work in every condition. That on cool nights I can throw a diesel heater in. It's going to be warm. It's going to pop up fast. One of us can pop it up by ourselves if we need to. And with a kid, you're watching the kid and you're putting up camp. So yeah, camping with kids not the easiest, but hey, we'll get through it. So thanks for watching the video. I know this part's been kind of long, but I wanted to kind of talk about the struggles that I faced with this. And this is an honest video. This is how it went. Of course, I will have more coming out, and of course, you can hear more about it on the Botches Off Road podcast. I'm going to start posting some more episodes on HOA as well. Um, now that I've got that situated. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments or anything, let me know.